Well, hi. Today is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. We had an election yesterday, and Council Bluffs has a new mayor. Jill Shudak was the winner in a very close race that ended up being separated by just, if I believe it was 116 votes was the difference. And we had over 13,000 votes cast, just over 13,000. That's a tremendous turnout for what we typically see on elections, especially when there's not a national election going on and there's not even statewide elections going on for us in Iowa this year. So well done, everyone, getting out, turning out, and voting yesterday. I had heard that there was a lot of traffic at the precincts. When I voted, it was just me and one other person. That was about 1 p.m. yesterday. So again, well done. Getting out and turning out the vote. That's something to be very, very proud of. And congratulations to Jill Shudak. She is going to be our new mayor, and we will see where things go from here. It's just, we never really know what the next step is going to be, but I'm sure she's got a lot of things in place. And she was, when I interviewed her, she was talking in present tense that it was going to happen. So I'm sure she had a lot of things all ready to go. So we'll see what types of things that she is going to get in place as quickly as she can, and we will hopefully be getting her back on the show again very, very soon. And I want to say a special thank you to outgoing Mayor Matt Walsh. Matt was very gracious with his time with me. He was always very complimentary to different projects that I had been doing around town, and I'm grateful for his service to the community for the past 12 years. Thank you very much for doing that. And now we're going to turn the page, and we're going to see what the next chapter brings. And I'm excited to take a look and see where things are going to be heading in our community. Coming up today, we're going to bring back Travis Waldstein onto the show again. And I know he's a frequent guest, but there's a reason for that. It's because he's somebody that's very, very busy in the community. And we had an opportunity to record a podcast yesterday while he was out at a job site, and he was very involved in the building of some new apartments along a Veterans Memorial Highway in Council Bluffs. And it was an opportunity to learn a little bit more about that project. And also he talks about some of the different things that are going on in the community as far as new housing goes. So I think it's a great conversation, and we want to be able to bring that to you here on Morning Coffee. So Travis Waldstein back with us again this morning. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it's hard to get back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke. Leaves you with all kinds of questions. Where do we go from here? Well, Cindy Schmader with Service Master Restore by Schmader is here to help, and she can help restore your space by offering quality commercial and residential restoration services in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area. Get this phone number down, 402-339-9911. And since 1870, Avela Bank has been providing Iowans with high-quality financial products and services to fit their needs, whether you need a loan, would like to start a new business account, saving money for a trip, or looking to open a personal checking account. Avela's qualified bankers can help you with all of that and more. Visit avela.bank to learn more. All right, let's take you to that conversation that I had yesterday with Travis Waldstein of AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing. Is it an HVAC or a plumbing day today?
Well, it's going to be a little bit of both. HVAC this morning, getting ready to meet a city inspector on job site here. Got to go dig some water lines in this afternoon. So a little bit of both. Nice sunny day, late October. Well, actually early November. I tell you, it's not even October anymore. So on site, and like I said, nice day to be outside. Can't complain for 2 seconds on that. So
Nope, I've got, as we're recording this, if my phone is to be believed, I've got you at 53.
yeah, it's nice November weather. So
that's kind of how it works. So this is the part of what it is that you do is the hurry up and wait part, because I'm sure that inspector, you're probably not the only one on his list today.
No, I called him and I said, well, what time are you going to be here? And he says, well, it ain't going to be 9 o'clock. I said, well, call me when you're here. And then I got a call from one of my guys. I had to quote something. I said, I thought I'd just come hang out here for a little bit, you know. And I'm going to do a quick video. We'll see if the sun, I'm going to do kind of a background here. So for those of you that aren't aware, these are the new South Point apartments on 275 that are known as Veterans Highway. So
Right.
if you look back behind me, building one actually today, and if you look over my shoulder here, this is going to be eventually going to be phase two where all that dirt work is. So what this is, it's a 180 unit apartment complex. The first 60 will be, they're supposed to be start moving in tomorrow, I believe, today or tomorrow. And so they're going to get the final sign off today. I think they would have the other two buildings, the three buildings right in here now by the end of the year. And then depending on how fast they fill up, um, will depend on when they build phase two. But looking at the dirt work and stuff, I'm guessing phase two might be coming a lot sooner than what anybody thinks. So,
I'd heard that those places are anytime that apartments become available, they fill up pretty fast.
well, and I think that's what they're waiting to see what's going to happen on these before they commit to phase two. But I know that the powers to be, whether it be the mayor or city council or this, yeah, this is one of the many developments. The company that we're doing the work for is Eagle Construction. They're out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They actually they build these properties up in South Dakota and across northern Iowa. This is the first time they ventured this far south um, on these. But they basically that's what they do is multifamily communities, in the upper Midwest. Kind of an exciting project for us to get into, and we're probably about 75% done with the overall project. And it's been a lot of fun actually. I've got a couple younger guys that have learned a lot. Yeah, we've had to hire a couple of apprentices, but this is a part of what we do. And this is what makes my job fun is being able to be out on site and see these all come together from when there's dirt in the ground to where it's a move-in ready building. So, yeah, pretty exciting.
I'm trying to figure out where you are at. It looked like for a minute you were next to the golf course, but I don't
Yeah.
think that's right, is it?
If you look to the south there, the golf course is Whispering Woods is
Right.
right straight
Okay.
ahead.
So what we're looking at right there then, once upon a time, used to be a par three course.
Yes. So
What years and years ago?
this is Whispering Woods. And if you look off to the west, then we got the senior development across the road
Right.
there. You
Okay.
can kind of see that. So yeah, this is right across from Armor Storage here. This has been a development. We actually looked at this project in 23 as when we first time we bid this project, and then it came up again last year, and it's probably 6 months behind where they wanted to be because they had the flooding up in Northwest Iowa last year. They had an apartment complex up there that totally flooded out that they had to rebuild, basically. So that was full, but that was a full apartment complex, by the way. So, but Eagle Construction went in, rebuilt that, and kind of pushed this project back. But now that it's going pretty fast, So I waited forever on this project to go, but now that it's gone, it's exciting. But this is all part of the development they've been talking about here in the city. I know there's another project over there off Greenview Avenue, right by the water tower. That's to be Whispering Oaks. That's going to be 150 units, I believe, with a clubhouse and stuff. And that is going to be that project. They're doing the dirt work, doing the underground utilities now. I believe Driver Plumbing is doing the underground utilities, and Action Electric's doing the electrical on it. But we're starting, um, that project is going to start up this winter, and probably the way it sounds, probably a good part of 26. We'll be over there, and then we'll see what happens here with this project. And then, of course, also what's going on here in Council Bluffs too is they've talked about that East Manawa subdivision. Um, Of course, the guy with the bobcat's got to go all the way around me this morning. So
That's all right. We can take
yeah,
care of that.
yeah. But I know we gotta quote that East Manawa 40-plex. I need to finish put numbers together on that as well. So for those of you that are wondering kind of about, housing and what's going on here in the city, and guys that are out there doing it, this is some of the stuff that you hear about in the city. Now, obviously, it's not on the West End, but there's a lot of there's a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity, a lot of stuff going on. So I mean, you know, uh, from a contractor perspective, if you can't find work, you're doing something wrong, if you know what I'm saying. There's definitely work to be had, and these projects here, it's always been my whatever is that they try to keep it local, and this is money that's being spent. Talk about taxpayers in the community. Not sure how many are working in the community, but I'd have to imagine a fair percentage, and I have no idea what the rent's going to be, but I gotta believe that rent is going to be pretty. It's going to probably guess be that 12 to $1,500 rent what price, you know, which is pretty typical, and that's a number that a lot of people have seen as far as rentals go. Um, you, you know, I know there's going to be some apartments that are income based too, but yeah, but that's what developers are looking for, and that's where they can make money at. So.
This is an example of expansion happening in some open areas that we have around Council Bluffs. When I first started coming to Council Bluffs, Veterans Highway, that was just a 2-lane all the way across.
Yep.
And then eventually it became 4-lane. And then we've slowly started to see more and more going in there. You can obviously you can see the Amazon building, that distribution center that now sits really close to that. It's actually off. I think the entrance is off 24th Street, but still,
Yeah.
it's very visible from Veterans Highway, and a lot of those empty spaces are starting to fill in. That was all farm ground,
Yeah,
20,
it was
20
all
25 years ago.
Well, yeah, and then don't forget about the Jenny Ed. Jenny Ed's got their mental health hospital that
Yeah.
they're building, that 80-bed apartment unit. That's right there by Amazon too. Um, and I know there's that ground to the east side of 24th Street where I think you're going to see that developed as well. So,
Yeah, I've been hearing about rumors about that area for years and years and years, going all the way back to somebody saying they were going to put an amusement park in there. I can remember
yeah,
hearing stories about that. So
yeah. So you hear the pros and cons, but this is actually stuff that's, in action, and we're not waiting till 2030, 2035. This is stuff that's happening now, if you know what I'm saying, which is exciting, if you're a contractor or just someone wanting to, get your own. Now, it's not housing. That's what the 40-plex will be in East Manawa, but, in a lot of these areas, like where Whispering Oaks is, that's that, well, it's kind of an oxymoron, Whispering Woods subdivision, but they tore all the woods out. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got to put my spin on it. But that's where, I mean, you look at that now, and 3, 4 years ago, that was basically nothing, and they've got that 80% filled. I know they're opening up another area, Hills of Cedar Creek. They've got more stuff going on out there. So I mean, you know, it's I don't know, it's housing. Unfortunately, to get some of that affordable housing back into the market, it's going to take time. But I know this: if we don't build, it's not going to happen. And there's definitely building going on. So
Travis's podcast is called Circle of Trades. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify. And I would encourage you to go back. He's been at this for a while. He's well over 100 episodes, going into his 3rd year now. So a lot of great information out there. And again, that particular episode that the clip was from will be coming out very, very soon. So again, that podcast is called Circle of Trades. S&B Country Kennel, the top spot in Southwest Iowa when you need to know your dog will receive only the best, with boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park that's over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them. about adoption possibilities. S&B Country Kennel, their website, sbcountrykennel.com. That is country spelled with a K. They're located just west of I-29 on Bunkie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs. And navigating the healthcare system, challenging, frustrating, time-consuming for you and your family. That's where My Nurse Healthcare in Council Bluffs steps in. Nurse advocates providing one-on-one guidance and support every step of the way. With a dedicated nurse by your side, you'll get the right care from the right provider at the right time. Visit mynursehealthcare.com. Thank you again to Travis for being back on the show today. Again, congratulations to Jill Shudak. Oh, by the way, we haven't even mentioned it yet, that we have a couple of city council members that are new as well. And winners from last night, Steve Gorman is through, and Cole Button. Cole ran the last election cycle, and this time he is through and made it on to the city council. So congratulations, Steve Gorman and Cole Button, for that as well. That's going to wrap up today's show. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.